But I think I've seen enough for my own stuff. How you guys doing? I don't normally go live during Cup Series practice and qualifying like that, but I've kind of seen enough to where I have at least my view on how I want to approach this race and stuff. Talking Xfinity, the race is only 55 laps. I am concerned about the potential of just wrecks and stuff. And honestly, as the weekend's gone through and as we've gotten closer to this weekend, I've grown less I've had less hatred for this weekend. In a sense of like I kind of like it because I think we might have some wrecks and stuff, and I like wrecks, man. I like a lot of accidents and things. Um, we already saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. get a concussion when he just plowed in driver's side into the wall and moved that moved that quite a lot. We saw just glimpses of what can potentially happen in the Xfinity Series race. And I think Xfinity each series has their own issues. Cup Series. The cars clearly don't like bumps. We've seen that last year at Auto Club, at different racetracks. They bottom out, they upset the car, they spin out. Same things happen on here, especially coming off that bridge. There's just a ton of uneven terrain that these guys are going over, and it's upsetting the cars. And for Xfinity, I think their cars are better suited for situations like that. Like, it's not going to throw them sideways, but it's going to induce way more wheel hopping for the Xfinity Series. And so when we look at the Xfinity Series, I think this is a very much a survival race. I know we go to Atlanta next week. We have Daytona in August. But I think this really is a situation where this weekend's race at Chicagoland, the street course, can land to a lot of destruction, a lot of guys being involved in accidents and stuff. And so for me, as I entered the week, and as I entered the, I made my video on Thursday. I looked forward to this, or I looked at this race, and I was like, look, I'll probably approach it in a situation where I make a line being pretty traditional, chasing my lap leader, chasing, some guy starting up front and everything like that. I'll probably end up making a line that covers place differential and things like that. But as we've watched practice and we watched the increase in speed, I think this may have been, honestly, maybe a worst-case scenario for Xfinity. I know it was presented as, it's kind of raining. They're on their what is it? Wait a minute. Is this? This is live. Okay, cool. It's presented as it was. There's a lot of moisture on the track. They weren't able to go like full speed early in the practice. They were able to understand what the track was doing and so on and so forth. And then you see a pretty big increase. And let me move Hulu to this one right fast so I don't get taken down by the gods of YouTube. When we look at the practice laps, and I just averaged everything under 103-second lap time, but you can clearly see the first part of this practice session was pretty useless. It was for the good portion of these guys, these track times are useless. It was useless even looking at the stuff. And then we see just a drastic shift, and I mean the broadcast talk about it as well, but we see a drastic shift in the amount of speed and lap times these guys are running towards the end, and they just kept getting faster and faster with more and more experience. Creed was wildly fast. If the guy can stop wrecking, he's going to be a champion. He just pushed himself too hard and wreck. But we're seeing, a ton of speed from these guys. These guys are getting bolder and bolder as the practice went on. We had, Josh Williams only won the run lap. Why is my keyboard not working? Brother. We saw Josh. Oh, what's Stenhouse saying? Another thing with the Cup Series, we've already seen fucking toe links break left and right. Byron barely scraped the wall. Stenhouse hit the wall too, but like these rear ends are made of fucking styrofoam, and all these walls are concrete. Like tomorrow, look, the way I see it is you either attack these slates looking for people, wrecking and getting stupid, or you just don't fucking play this weekend. I probably need to put this. I need to edit the title here. I need to put casual stream here so I don't. Casual stream, so people aren't like completely bombarding me here and stuff, because this is mainly just me talking and working. I haven't even made my lines yet. I already have projections up and things. Let's see this. Casual stream, save. Yeah, what's going on, Rexy? Let me go ahead and move this back off. Let's see. So when we look at... Okay, so let me continue talking a little bit, and then we will... I'll kind of talk more about the drivers. I'll touch on Justin in a second. So going back to my thing of just don't play a lot this week. To be honest, don't play a lot. I don't see a real reason to do that. I think if you're chasing lap leaders, I think you're making a bit of a mistake of guys starting up front, because, as I said, this race is only 55 laps. When we look at that in terms of DraftKings points available, that's 13 lap lead points, and that is 24 fast lap points, okay? Now, another thing, NASCAR is going to have to be quick on the yellows here. We've already seen, some pretty rough situations that could pop up, and so we are not getting the full 55 green flag laps, which is how it is. We're not getting that, and so we most likely have a situation where we run anywhere from probably 25 to 35 green flag laps in the Xfinity Series race. That's 15 fast lap points available. If you go any lower, if you run 30 green flag laps, that's 13. Basically these laps are non-existent. If the leader leads, if Custer leads, 20, 22 laps, and then gets moved and finishes 9th, all that disappears, and it literally just falls to place differential. I don't see a reason at all to chase laps led in the Xfinity Series race. For the Cup, depending on who it is up front, depending on the speed that they're able to show, maybe we might have a different view on that. But for the Xfinity Series, I see absolutely zero reason to play Custer. I see zero reason to play Nemechek. I see zero reason to play Hill and Allgaier. And I would focus on people like Justin Marks. And we can look at this in two different ways. You can look at the good place, like the smart place differential plays that like should work, like they're good drivers. They'll get through the field. They don't need stupid shit to happen. Who falls into that category? And this is probably where we're going to see ownership. And that's why I'm actually really excited about this slate potential, because if you approach it like a speedway, like a super speedway, you can easily find the ownership and then just pivot directly off that for similar upside. So let's kind of talk about that right now. The good plays in this race are probably Justin Marks, Riley Herbst, Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones, Anthony Alfredo, Jeremy Clements, Josh Berry. Those guys would make a ton of sense. That's probably where the ownership is going to correlate to, specifically in the backfield with Alfredo and Jeremy Clements. Who are guys that offer very similar upside to that? Who are people who are survivalists, who are not going to want to push the car over its extreme? Also, let's reiterate here that these Xfinity teams are not happy they are here. Okay, IMSA was supposed to be the supporting series for the Cup Series here. That didn't happen. So these Xfinity teams on shoestring budgets are being forced to race this event. If you watch the interview with Tommy John Martins that Matt Weaver did, and a couple other interviews that other team owners have done this weekend from the Xfinity Series standpoint, this is a fucking nightmare. This is a nightmare event, nightmare race. I mean, you're not getting paid shit. You got a really high likelihood of tearing stuff up in this race. This is not an event that these Xfinity team owners are looking forward to, and they almost feel like they had to write it off as a potential, wreck fest from an ownership standpoint. So when you look at teams like JD Motorsports, when you look at teams like SS Greenlight Racing, when you look at teams like, and it's a shame that, Parker qualified so well. We got Spencer Plumley up front. We got, like Pardis and Karam up front, or like in top half of the field. But like JD Motorsports makes a lot of sense to me. DGM makes a lot of sense to me as teams that understand where they're at, understand the potential of where they're at in terms of the starting grid. They're starting in the back of the field. High likelihood that they're going to see people getting stupid up front, or even they can get stupid at 15th and still wreck a lot of people. So like Kyle Weatherman, Brennan Poole, Josh Williams, those guys make a lot of sense to me. And those are probably the guys I would want to be overweight on. You can even, like Brad Perez is going to take care of the car. There's no way in hell Brad Perez is going to tear the car up. Okay? Starting 27th, what does he get you? Can he get you high enough on the field to end up passing people? I don't know about that. I think Brad probably passes like 4 guys and maybe finishes like 23 points. That's not going to be enough. But like Perez fills the description of somebody who's going to take care of the car. Poole fills that. Weatherman fills that. Josh Williams fills that. And so for me, the pool that I would probably want to be playing with and building with specifically is probably Justin, Sam Mayer, Riley Herbst, Chandler Smith, Parker Retzlaff, Josh Berry, Ryan Sieg, Kaz Gralla, Parker Chase, Brad Perez, probably Blaine Perkins too because nobody's going to play him, Jones, Jeb Burton, Kyle Weatherman, Poole, Alfredo, Williams, Clements. Those are probably the guys that I would want to focus on primarily in building lines and stuff like that. Let me see. Yeah, what's going on, Ryan? Thank you very much for the super chat and the support. Also, it's the first of the month, so if you do want to support the channel, if you want to get the full month of Patreon, you can join today. I might be going to Atlanta. It really depends on if I can get some just free money, or not free money, but if I can get some extra money through this race, F1 tomorrow, Cup Series tomorrow, I might just grab grab 2 tickets for the Atlanta races for the Xfinity and Cup Series next week, and because I got buddies renting an Airbnb, and might just go to Atlanta last minute. What else? Let's see. What if we just treat this as Daytona? That's really where I'm at, Ryan, and I think if you approach it like that, let me see what Saberson is wanting to do. You can get into a lot of trouble like that really fast because ownership is going to be a bitch if you approach it like that. You don't get different enough, which we don't see that on the plate races. We don't see that at Daytona and Talladega. We don't see ownership come off of like the good guys in the back, even more so here. So what I would do, and probably what I'm going to do, is I'm going to play the guys that nobody wants to play in this race. If there's real chances that this race gets stupid, that people get involved in wrecks, why would I play Jeremy Clements? Why? He's going to be the highest owned driver on the field, on the entire slate. Like, let's not play Jeremy Clements today. I think game theory makes sense if that is a situation that wants to work out. I love Alfredo. I really do. He's going to be very, very popular. Like, I would want to have people like Jeb Burton, Kyle Weatherman, Brennan Poole. Those are the guys that I'd want to focus on. I'm not entirely sure how many lines I want to do. I was originally going to do 4 entering this week for both these races. But if I'm going to just build them all from the back, I could probably get away with 3, and I'd be aggressive enough to not really worry about having duplicated lineups at all. What's going on, child? Thanks for not yeah, thank you, AD. That was Elon is such a dumbass at times, man. I'm such a boomer. So I'm over here because I use Twitter on my desktop. I very rarely use it on my phone at all, like to do research on. That's really just me looking at like stupid VR chat memes and shit. But like, I was in my Discord. I was like, dude, I don't know. Twitter's not working for me, guys. I can't. I was like, I was looking up the 34 car, Jesse Woogie driver, and I was like, Twitter's just going down on me, man. I cannot do shit over here. And and Elon's doing all that stuff. I was able to get it on my phone, but like I'm such a boomer. I don't have Instagram. I don't have Snapchat. I have Facebook for like family stuff. Never use it at all. I only use Twitter for DFS, and those 600 limits are gone in like probably 10 minutes of like League of Legends research at 1 a.m. I was telling Astukas, I was like, dude, I probably went through 100 posts a day figuring out why some tennis match got suspended. Why some of the guys I had in tennis lineups this morning, like 4 a.m. The match was supposed to be over at least by like the time I woke up. It wasn't even halfway over. I was like, what's going on here? Didn't find anything. Like, if you're gonna blow through that stuff so fast. Also, secondly, real fast, I rarely ever play MLB. Have no right finishing this well. I finished 13th in the 15 on Thursday, and I got 7th in the $3 on Thursday. No clue. Had a one-off, like, I'm gonna play MLB today, and couldn't believe it, man. I've never been that close to the top of MLB. Probably won't ever be there. That's probably the one time I'm gonna play MLB this entire year. Couldn't believe it. I was like. And then it really just pissed me off too. First place is 50,000, 13th is 300. That's disgusting. Who the hell wants to play MLB every day? That is the worst thing to play. Oh my lord. What else? What's going on, Big? And yeah, I'm kind of just doing more of a casual stream here, just because I think it's very much like last week. Let's see. Let me see practice data for the Cup Series. I'll organize all this shit later or tomorrow. I'll organize all this tomorrow. Probably when I get back. I gotta go to a dinner tonight, so I will do the Cup Series stuff tomorrow. But let me import these laps into my Cup sheet, and then we can talk more about this and. Let's see, so we got that. Alright, there we go. Alright, I got practice uploaded there. Make sure everything came through. Let's see, AJ. Andy Lally's in this race? What? See, I didn't even. Oh, he's in for Rick Ware. Oh, my lord. Oh, man. Alright, worry about that tomorrow. Let's see. Continuing on with, I'm gonna say lines that Saber said. I mean, these are kind of based on my projections and stuff. It's one to put in Cole Custer because I got Cole Custer for 54 points today. I'm just gonna play 0 Cole Custer. I don't want to have fuck all with the leader today. I don't want to have anything. I don't want to have anybody up front. I just don't want him. I think that's dead ownership, to be honest with you. Because if Cole Custer's winning. Let me change it. If Cole Custer's optimal, which let's think about it, okay? Let's look at it here. When we look at Xfinity races, and we look at road races in NASCAR anyway, with 90-degree turns, we typically see chaos specifically for the lead late in the race, regardless if they got that restart zone before turn 12. Portland gets stupid. Indy Road Course gets stupid. Mid-Ohio gets stupid. Like, these guys kill each other for the lead. They kill each other for the win in this race at road courses with runoff room, mind you. These are concrete walls. Like, you have absolutely nowhere to go. So I would love it if Custer hits the wall out of a corner and somebody just piles into the back of him and then just causes a chain event out of a corner. That could realistically happen. If anybody hits the wall out of a corner, the guy behind him is just fucking dead. They're destroying the radiator, plowing in the back of him, and I just don't want anything in front. With that said, like a lot of SaberSim lines is telling me it's like Custer, Austin Hill, Justin Marks, Riley Herbst, Anthony Alfredo, Josh Williams. Like, that's a line that this is telling me here. Probably, I actually think that's probably my highest projected lineup. And I just don't want to play that. I don't want to play these types of lines, you know. Maybe play that. See how it works out. That is certainly, based on my projections, that's my highest projected lineup, and I do not want to play that. You're also not getting value from everybody here. Like that one there, you know, I got Austin Hill for 47 points at 9.7. You know, there might be better value plays in there, and I think there's certainly guys who are going to score very similar to Austin Hill. That's why I don't typically like using the highest projected lineups. I always feel like they're giving stuff up. Like I almost like Riley Herbst more than Austin Hill. Not Riley, Chandler Smith more than Austin Hill. It's really a shame that Creed killed himself, man. I think Creed would have won the race. I really do think Creed would have won this race. Let's see. Just stacking him will be all about. I mean, yes, Andrew, but like, see, I hate that mentality for fucking not your mentality. Like that's what you have to do. I'm not here to fucking do that for MLB. I only entered because it was a five game contest. Like I like smaller game contests and stuff. All I did was stack the Astros and Dodgers. Everybody else did that. I just got lucky with the people. But like on a regular day, like today, what's going on today for MLB? Yeah, today in 2 hours you got a 7-game slate. Oh my god, fucking kill me, dude. Kill me. You know, why on earth would you just waste of money, man? You're covering so many people. Like MLB, who you most likely gonna try and stack today? You're probably gonna stack Atlanta. Probably gonna stack the Rangers. Probably gonna stack Philadelphia. You know, possibly stack the Orioles. You know, probably the White Sox as well. You know, so what? I just named off four teams there you can potentially stack. Well, you keep throwing $15 just stacking these teams, hoping they work out. It's just a fucking money pit, man. It's so ridiculous. It gets so expensive playing MLB. It's so stupid. Just like MMA, man. I was gonna play MMA today. That's gonna get so expensive. I'm already doing, $150 for fucking F1 in the morning. I really don't need to be wasting that much time, wasting that much money, doing all these other sports, man. But yeah, man. Let me see. For this race here, let's really try and pinpoint ownership. Okay, let's try and build lines that I think people are gonna build, and because this is what I do specifically for plate races. Everybody knows how I follow stuff. Stack them low on teams, and when they hit, yeah, but when they don't, which is fine, because you gotta do that. You are gonna lose your DF. You will lose so much money so quickly because everything's so top heavy. It's insane. Which, I mean, you already know that, Andrew. Ryan, I cannot talk F1 today because I haven't done any research. I haven't done anything. I got to watch the sprint race. I got to look through practice stuff. I will probably not talk F1 at all. If you're in the Discord, I will certainly be talking F1 tonight, probably at 1 a.m. when I'm building lineups. Or at 7 a.m. when I wake up to watch the F1 race. Those will be the only two times I'll be talking F1 today. Because I always do F1 like late in the day, late on Saturdays. Anywho, going back, so let's look at people. Let's see where they're at here. This crap off. Well, these rookie hashtags, rookie pound signs. All right, so let's really pinpoint where people are going to go with ownership. Man, this is an ownership slate. Sprint, yeah, I saw that. I tuned in the sprint race with like 7 to go. It was right when they were coming out of the pits. Russell and Hamilton were still in the back. I think Albon was like, I think he just left the pits and they were like stacked up behind him or whatever. I only watched like 3 laps of it. I'll watch it later. I do know that they were talking about doing slicks and stuff. I haven't looked at anything this week. All right, so where is the public going to go? Let me get the optimizer over here real fast. Hold on. Let me get this here. We got qualifying too. I hope people just eat shit in this qualifying session. Where we at? Sorry. All right, so let's build lines that I think people are going to build. Also, we can do one other thing. So this is where racing reference really does come into. I like racing reference, especially when I'm trying to find something this general. We can just look at road course races for Xfinity. What am I doing here? I hit reset. So here we are for road courses, which is fine. I have no idea. I really wish this was a cooler ad, man. Give me some hentai stuff or something. So when we look at road courses, like for example, like Herbst, which this is what I always do. I always just look at road courses in a pretty general aspect. Each road course has their own ups and downs and shit like that and stuff. But like Herbst is a really good road course racer. Like people truly outside of him being involved in wrecks, he's gonna finish in the top 15. So when we look at average finishes here, I like to look at that. I like to trust that. Now clearly, I mean this is Xfinity. So like clearly, like AJ isn't there. Gregson isn't in this race. Blah blah blah. But like, who's gonna carry ownership? Based on where these guys are starting. Chandler Smith, I think he only did 2. And he got not that. No. Remove that. Chandler Smith has done 3 races. This is not including the truck stuff as well. These are good finishes. These are good days. He got kind of screwed over at Sonoma late in the race, but these are pretty all right finishes. So when you're just generally looking at this, because this is what I would really assume today, because as I said, the practice data, I mean, this isn't really anything to really look at here. This is, we really don't have a lot to go off of, just in general. Like the good teams, good guys are fast. Like I don't know what else to say past that. So we're most likely not using practice data for a lot of projections today. We are most likely using just databases of previous races and stuff like that. Okay. And typically, the ownership follows these guys. It typically follows this. So when we look at, let me just see, like I know Herbst is good because I always play the fucking guy, like every road course. Jones will be popular. So Jones has been chalk quite a lot. Always starts in the back. Didn't work out at Sonoma. Worked at Portland. Worked at Austin. Didn't work Glen. Worked at Indianapolis. Most likely worked at Mid-Ohio. Most likely worked at Portland last year. Didn't work at Austin. But anyway, so Jones is probably going to pop in a lot of things. And so when we start looking here of who's going to be owned, it's Clements, it's Jones. I'm always up for playing Riley Herbst, but for the most part, we're probably going to see lineups that chase Brandon Jones, that chase Jeremy. If I can. Okay, so at this point, and this is where you have to decide. For me, I'm perfectly fine. Very similar to what we were just talking about on MLB. I'm always down for playing the guys that don't have ownership, playing the guys who people aren't playing, who need a very low percentage likely outcome to be off more and do well. But that's personally how I prefer to play. Like I'm probably not going to play Jeremy Clements today. But he's a good play. That is me actively not playing. I'm not going to play Brandon Jones today. I don't want to be on that ownership. But these two guys are probably going to be a cash staple in most lineups or in most write-ups. They're most likely to be played a lot. Sam Mayer is probably going to be added here quite a lot. And so when we look at these guys here, what is this? What are these two guys together? I'm going to assume that, let me see, Jones, let me see, Clements, see, Mayer. So these guys here, this is 86.66 left over. You know, so this is where most people are probably going to either want to chase Cole Custer, or they're probably going to want to stay, you know, by not, you know, chasing just a ton of, you know, super dog shit plays. I would assume they most likely go Alfredo. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. Dude, that fucking microwave is fucking pissing me off, man. I hate fucking noises, man. I hate noises. That and like a fucking vacuum. Oh, I get so pissy. I'm such a cranky baby. Like, if somebody's vacuuming, dude, I need to get out. Like, the sound of a vacuum drives me fucking crazy. So like this type of build here, you know, this leaves you at 88. I would not be shocked to see this lineup played and probably duplicated quite a bit. It's probably going to be highly projected. It's probably going to be, you know, it has a high likelihood of cashing for sure, not just in cash, but has a high likelihood of probably being a top 10% line if things don't get stupid. You know, if you don't want to necessarily, you know, chase, you know, Custer, you could very easily get off of him and go Barry and things like that. These are types of lines that I would try and, for me, because everybody always gets mad. I had some shithead, you know, comment last week like, man, you know, people play your picks. I make money by not playing your picks. I was like, dude, we're fucking killing. The Discord is fucking murdering, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I also played LaJoy. Like, these people are fucking idiots. So I always feel like I gotta like go over caveats of like, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm approaching this. Blah 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 blah. This is the type of build that I just personally don't really want to be on. I want to just try and get different from here. And you can easily do that by just playing, you know, one driver. You could easily throw Blaine Perkins into this and probably be unique. I like being a bit more aggressive with that. I would, like, Jones is probably the guy I really don't want to be on the most, man. I really don't. He's so fucking bad, man. He always qualifies shitty, man. Yet again, it all goes back to kind of what I was talking about when I first started, is I want to play guys and play teams that are going to, let's highlight these guys some more, that are going to take care of the car. You know, these are going to be very popular plays. Who are people here that have similar upside, you know? Maybe not Joe Graff Jr., but Josh Williams. Like, people don't want to respect JW. I didn't mean to do that. I gotta reset that damn page. That's one thing I really don't like about Racing Reference. If you do that and then you go back, it's like, you gotta resubmit it. I really don't like that. But like Josh Williams, really good road course racer. Like, really good. Like, white power good. You know, or OK sign. Whatever political affiliation you go with is gonna dictate what you call that sign. But Josh Williams is a really good road course racer. You know? Are people going to see that? Probably. Is he going to carry as much ownership as Brandon Jones and Jeremy Clements? I would say no. He might be lower than that. He's probably going to still be high. But like Josh Williams is probably the guy I'm probably going to have the most of, okay? People are concerned about his practice lap because people don't like to look at things with context. They just view his like, what the fuck is this ad, dude? I'm so annoyed today. They're going to view his practice lap and see that he only ran 2 laps technically. You know, he had the battery fall out. But yeah, see, now we got Home Depot ads. And we're back to stories of season. God damn it. You know, they're going to see that Jeremy Clements was just super slow and probably not want to trust him. You know, why would you trust not Clements? Why would you trust Williams when you have Alfredo, when you have Jones here? And so, like, Josh Williams I'm going to play Josh Wednesday. I'll probably do 3 lines, so I'll probably be 100% on Josh Williams. I really like Weatherman. I really like Pool. I cannot iterate how much I like these guys. Like when you look at them, how they run. I mean, this is two. He has 2 recent races, but like he's taking care. Actually, hasn't finished these races. If you go back let's go back farther because these are the last 10 road course races, and it has been a long time since Brandon Poole has ran here. Look at Poole. Let's go through. Let's go way deep in the weeds. Let's go years back. Like, let's go back here. Let's go back 2017, 2016. If I'm remembering this correctly, I could just be totally forgetting stuff. 17th Watkins Glen, 8th Mid-Ohio, right? Yeah. 8th Mid-Ohio. Now, this is with DC Solar, yes. But, like, Brandon Poole actually not a Drew. Actually how to drive. Got in a wreck here. This is 2017. 2016 was the year before. Like, he knows how to finish these races, He takes care of the car. He doesn't get involved in wrecks. He doesn't run off the track, The JD Motorsports finishes are due to, mechanical issues and stuff and what they're bringing. But, like, Poole knows what he's doing. Same thing can be said with Weatherman. We're going to see a lot of piss-poor finishes from Weatherman. But when you put it in context of him being in a Mike Harmon machine, I mean, this is a long time ago. This was Mike Harmon. Indianapolis road course. Unbelievable. Actually showing talent. Driving a hunk of shit. I mean, getting so much out of this Jesse Iwuji car. These are disappointments. Because the All Motorsports car was way better than what he ran. Pretty decent with the SS Greenlight. Like, that's pretty much what we're looking at. But it's Weatherman starting in the back of the field, Let's see what you guys are saying here. Let's go on here in the Cup Series. We got Button. Like, also, man, this Cup Series lineup, I mean, I just pray that we get some bullshit guys starting up front. Like, please, Jensen, qualify top 10. Gregson, stay up there. Qualify well. I mean, let's make this the biggest shit show DFS slate in the world. So, like, there's no skill involved. That'd be awesome. If we could just have pure randomness and wrecks for 2 weeks in a row, that'd be awesome. Let me see. Can we, sprint races almost all rain. It was gross. How much have you come over and build lines for me? That's funny. I love you, AD. You're so honest. You're so real. You're like one of the realest, like, actual, like, DFS players ever, man. You got a good sense of humor. Don't let things get to you. But, like this, man, I would want to get off this. I'd want to get off Custer. Oh, yeah, so anyway, going back to ownership. Let's figure out where ownership is going to go. I'm going to assume that it's going to go to Custer. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 7. Probably 5 of these guys are probably your top 5, or 5 of these 7 are probably in the top 5 in ownership. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. 5 of these guys are probably going to be the highest owned. Okay, so what plays are dead, truly dead? Maybe Parker, maybe him. Maybe not Hamrick based on pricing. Parker probably. Probably Preston. Miguel Paludo. We're not playing Mel. We're not playing. Maybe LeBay's in there. Ryan Ellis is not going to be there. Spencer was horrible. Holy fucking Christ, that guy was all over the place. So we got these guys that are they're pretty dead on arrival. Okay. Creed is dead too. Nemechek needs to win. Not just win, he needs to, like, kill the field. He needs to wreck Custer and then win. That goes for all these guys. And so for me here, I'm just gonna label these guys as dead, because whether the name is Cole Custer, Nemechek, Hill, Allgaier, they need to win this race. They absolutely need to stay up front and win this race. Okay. So who are people that can sneak in? Who are people that can actually race here that might not carry as much ownership as people? Is Marks Is he either going to be over-owned due to the fact that he's the owner of Trackhouse, or is he going to be under-owned because people aren't used to him? Now, Justin has been winning a ton of road course races lately in wildly different disciplines. So Justin Mark is there. Chandler Smith is there. Okay? So if you're building like this, if you're building, a pretty safe-ish line, pretty, high popular line, and you don't want to get crazy, I would implore you to possibly, instead of playing like Sam Mayer, drop down 2 positions and get Chandler Smith. What Suarez put down? Oh, that was a really good fast lap. Oh, Haley didn't start. Oh, man. So we got Haley and Stenhouse in the back of the field tomorrow. Let's see what else. I don't know if it's worth the risk of playing Parker, playing Brad, playing Andre. Those guys carry a ton of risk, man. Even Perkins too. But nobody's gonna play Perkins. So, okay. You could do this. The only way I'd build a line like this is I'd probably take out Custer and I'd probably run Perkins. I would run somebody. I mean, maybe do I just do a line like that? Do I really waste my time building a line like that? What does that even look like? Jones, Clements, Mayer, Alfredo. Let's put him in there. So we're leaving you're probably leaving anywhere from $2 to $6 grand on the table if you get to one of these badder plays here, whether that be like Weatherman, whether that be like Williams, whether that be like Brad. You're probably leaving anywhere from $2 to $6 grand, 2 to 7. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. I gotta add. This is also another thing. I gotta bring this up because I like ranting. Genius marketing. There's very few marketing strategies that I've really loved in my life. I hate Manscaped as a company, but their marketing is genius. The other one that I just went blank. I just thought about it. Muscle Milk. Genius marketing. With the name, it's synonymous. You want to talk about genius marketing here? It's these guys. These True Classic. This might be the best commercial I've seen in years. You want to talk about good marketing? This is going to stick with people. Make the hot guys look hotter is a legendary marketing sentence. I can't believe Untuck and other people haven't thought about it. I will admit, I hate this guy. Why'd you have to? Just look sexy, dude. What are we doing here? But genius commercial. And the fact that it's going to be ran 7,000 times during this NASCAR season, it's going to be you will never hear the name True Classic and not think of, wow, that's a shirt I need to buy. Genius marketing. You can see I'm clearly just unhinged today. But that is genius marketing. I had to point that out because that's the 13th time I've seen that commercial in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, man, it just man, I don't know, man. I think I just want to mainly get off of ownership. What are you guys saying here? Nothing. But I got 39 of you guys listening. I got 39 of you guys here. We've been live for 43 minutes. Yeah, man, my main concern with my main concern with these guys, I'll probably end it with this. Marks, Mayer, Herbst, Chandler Smith, Miguel, Hamrick, Park Klerkerman. These are the guys who will make the mistake that caused the big one. Yes, Parker Chase might drive off the side of the cliff and, knock down some barriers and shit. But if there's a checkup, if there's anything that causes a massive wreck It's because like Allgaier misses a turn, Justin Marks has to check up. Sam Mayer plows in the back of Justin Marks. Like, these guys are probably the most likely to be optimal, and the guys in green. And they have the highest likelihood of being the cause of the wreck. They really do. That's why, like, after analyzing this, looking over it more, this is a plate race. Every driver in this event has a 65% chance, if not more, to be involved in a wreck, to have nowhere to go if somebody misses a corner, to wheel hop. Like, wheel hopping is huge. I wouldn't be shocked if we just have somebody do wheel hop and then, back it into, tie barrier, collect somebody else. This is a plate race. Just how it is. Place differential is going to be everything in this race. So I will probably build exclusively from like 24th on back, and just burn my 3 lines like that. That's like, what, $70 today. That's nothing major. Do the same thing tomorrow. Do the same thing for Atlanta. I think that's mainly just how I want to do. I want to just get off the ownership and just be on my own island. And I'll finish 6,000 by myself. Nobody's going to tie me for 6,000 a day in that damn Xfinity contest, okay? Nobody's going to duplicate my lines. We might not win, but nobody's going to duplicate them, that's for sure. That's really where I'm at, man. I think I am going to... And thank you very much for kind of just chilling with me as we kind of just casually talk about this, watch the end of practice and then qualifying and everything. I've just seen more and more things on this track that lead me to being worried about putting a lot of money in there and playing this traditionally. So let's just play off the ownership, chase place differential. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow for the Cup Series live show, which will probably be on after F1. Since Cup Series starts so late in the day, I want to watch the F1 race. We'll see if we have anything going for it. It's been... got fucked the last 3 F1 races. Yuki screwed me at Monaco. I think I wasn't going to have the optimal Monaco, but I was probably going to have the second or third highest line. He missed that last corner. And I don't remember what the hell happened last week. Oh, I had bad lines. I chased I got bad captains and stuff. I want to get... Hopefully we get turned around and have a good F1 day and enter a live show like that. So anyway, see you guys later. And yeah, thank you for being here. Join the Patreon if you're going to support me. And I'll see you guys later.